Hi everybody, and welcome back to Kevin's Upfront Opinion today. So, what I thought I'd speak about in this video was America correct to invade Venezuela at the weekend? Because that's what it was. It was an invasion. I know some people are going to dispute with the term that I've used. Some people can defend it. Some people are going to attack it. Okay, so what I'm trying to look at is, were they morally right to do it, and were they legally right? Because you've got politicians in the UK at the moment. So there's moral justification. Um, People were treated badly there. It run the country badly. Inflation and interest rates have gone through the roof. It was so expensive to live there. Um, and the majority of the rich people in that country, even though it's an oil-rich country, I think it's technically more oil-rich than like a lot of the Saudi countries, America, places like that. So it's extremely oil rich and the best type of oil to have there as well. Now, when I look at it personally, I personally think he was wrong to do it. Because when I look at it personally, you're saying he did it because of drugs, because it was a funnel to get drugs into America. And I think, so why don't you go after Colombia? Why not go after Mexico? They're the heartlands of the drugs, not Venezuela. Yes, I appreciate that with it being where Venezuela is in South America, leads you straight onto the Caribbean, is it sea or ocean, whatever it is, I believe it's the Caribbean Sea, and takes you straight up to, if you cross that, if you go around Cuba into Florida, I think it is. My geography of America isn't great, so I do apologise if I've got the wrong one. So from that point of view, it is troublesome. But I would have thought Cuba would be a bigger issue than Mexico. Or is it just that Donald Trump hasn't got the balls to do it, and what he really wants is oil? Because originally, I remember my father phoning me up the morning after it happened and said, "This is all about oil." I said, "Nah, of course it's not about oil. Why do you do that? Look, America got plenty of oil, got more than enough oil than they require." And then what does Trump announce? He's planning on sending the American oil companies into Venezuela. And they're going to start importing the oil into America. So that then brings the question, has Trump actually done it for the right reason? And is it actually a legal act? Because I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a barrister. I've got no legal training whatsoever. But if you take, for instance, Ed Davey at PMQs today, he quoted a friend of Keir Starmer, somebody that Keir Starmer looks up to, okay, and quoted him, who basically said this was a major crime, up there with what pretty much with what the Nazis did during the Second World War, and was announced at the Nuremberg trials. So, as people in life should always be held accountable, is this something potentially, I'm not saying it is the case, is this something potentially that Donald Trump should be held accountable for? Because at the end of the day, the way I look at it, and people can tell me if I'm wrong, I've got no problem with that, he's invaded an independent country. Donald Trump might not like him. America might not like them. The rest of the world may absolutely despise him. But is that a reason to actually invade Venezuela? Have we not learned anything from Iraq and Afghanistan? We not learned anything in the last 20 years of what happens when you go and do things like this? Or is it a case that Trump wants his own Afghanistan or his own Vietnam? You know, because I can see, and I may be proven wrong, I could be proven wrong in time, but this could end up going bad for him, because let's not shy away from it. He still put somebody in charge of the country that's still part of the same party. It's not like he's gone and put goody two shoes in charge of the country to run it now. So the question is, was this legally correct to do? Is there any legal justification for what he did? And was he morally correct? Because I think, when I look at myself, I think he's legally incorrect, and this could come back to bite him, but he was morally right to do it. And that's where I am on it. So let us know in the comments down below what you think. If you disagree with me, let us know. If you think he was legally correct, let us know what on what grounds. I'd be interested to see what grounds he could actually be considered to be legally correct for doing this. But for now, thanks for watching, and we'll speak to you all again